Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. It's Lord Magicus, and yeah, we're a little late this week, but we are gonna play our Merfolk, so we got that going for us today. The just heads up that the next few weeks for me are gonna be the most busy weeks that I tend to have during the year, so it's a very reasonable chance that things are going to get moved around, or there might be a week where we have to just not play a league. But if that's the case, I will let everyone know on Twitter. You should follow me there. I know it's a hell platform, but sadly, it's the one that most people communicate on. Or better alternative, you can always follow me in the Fish MTG Discord. Hang out with all of our cool fishes. All right. The links are always in the description on the replays for this, so absolutely, definitely join. Yeah. So in the meantime, we got to get our deck set up here. So let me rent these cards from our handy dandy mana traders. And yeah, we have MagicCon Philadelphia coming up real quick, and I'm making it happen. I'm definitely going to be there on Saturday, so I know Nikachu's going to be there that weekend, and I'm looking forward to getting to hang out with him. But I'm also hoping that some of you guys might find me and hang out too, so that'd be nice. I doubt that I'm going to play very much that day because I have. There is a very high chance that I will get phone calls during the day that require my attention and not really conducive to playing, like 3-4 hours in a row. But we'll see. I don't know how exactly those schedules are going to shake out yet, but I'm definitely going to be there, even if I don't play a whole lot of events. My intention is to be there and hang out with all the cool fishes nonetheless. So yeah, I always have to. Vial's the one that I don't keep in here, but I do keep Chalice, so that I always end up forgetting that. Okay, great. And I just rent these. I only have to borrow like 160 ticks of cards to do this, so yeah, we played a little bit of Cube, and that was fun. I got 2 trophies in Cube. That was pretty cool. Still sad about that red deck. I think that deck was amazing. But the blue-green deck just ended up being outstanding. Turns out, like, show and tell on turn 2 was just really hard for a lot of the cube decks to fight against. And then, like, the backup plan of just having, like, solid green creatures to fill the curve was really good, so. I think Cube runs for a few more days, if I recall. So if you haven't tried it yet, yeah, you have until like later this week. I think it's Thursday. Definitely you should give this a shot because the cube is really fun. I played a lot of games of it, so very much enjoyed it. You can always check out our replays in that. Yeah. Oh, good. We have all the cards. Excellent. Why does this not work? Oh, there. I got all. Okay, good. Okay. Do, 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 do. All right, and get our list here, and then we will talk about it for a few minutes. Yeah, since last time, the D&D thing with the OGL has not really improved a whole lot. Basically has gone the exact way that like a lot of people predicted it would. That Wizards is desperately trying to get people to give in to them on anything just so that they can establish the principle that they can change what they want to change. And I don't think that's a good idea to give in to them an inch. Like, there's no reason to. Oh, no, 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 we're not doing this. Get the fuck out of here, stupid spam nonsense. You are Gorn. Bounce. We got it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's see. What are we going to try this week? Well, I want to try the full playset of Harbingers in the main deck. I will play 2 Mistcallers in the flex slot for the 1-drop. They're, I don't know. I feel like they do some. It's sort of like main decking a sideboard card, but I don't. The 1-drop slot is not very good, so I'm hoping that it's not a huge deal to just have 2 of these in here. They're going to be really good against certain decks and just really piss poor against pretty much everything else. So, but it's a lot of our 1-drops are just bad against a lot of the decks anyway. So I'm hoping that there's not a huge world of difference. Otherwise, everything else is mostly the same here. I made a few changes to the sideboard though. I'm going back to Chalice because I think Chalice was just this card is ridiculously devastating to the Murktide deck, and I really want this against them. And in the other flex slot, I want to try Manly because this was a card like I keep like thinking about this card a lot, and I feel like it should be pretty good. You can bring it against any of like the Planeswalker decks, but it also importantly counters stuff like Omnath, or sometimes you can counter the elementals with it. So hoping that'll work out. And I'm keeping the engineered explosives because I think that's still good against Hammer Time. Otherwise, yeah, everything should be like fairly clean here. So, yeah, not a whole lot to say about it. We're just gonna give that a shot as it is. Okay, let's go. Let's get this done. Currently Googling how to make the 49ers go away. Oh. Now I watched the Giants basically asleep at the wheel against the Eagles last night, and it was absolute travesty. Just embarrassment. So it was it was rough. In a room full of like 4 other Eagles fans and watching. That was definitely not how that was not great. So, let's hope that Merfolk goes a little bit better. Oh yeah, and then of course, like to top off yesterday, I lost my pendant, and I need uh, uh yeah. Look, I have like a chain that I wear, and like like the part that hangs off the bottom just gone. Who knows where it is? It's missing forever. We're on the draw. I don't want to keep this. They mulliganed. I think we definitely need to. This is better. I probably am just gonna. I think I just put. I don't know, like what we're up against here. Put Trickster in the bottom, maybe. So I don't. I have to find a new. Oh God, is this Ragavan? Lava Spike. Oh, it's Burn. Well, in that case, I'm very happy to just. Yeah, no, let's not. This might be Prowess. Yeah, I want to keep the Trickster against this deck. I'm not gonna, either way, like, yeah, there's Goblin Guide. Okay, sure. I think this is just straight up burn. They gave us an Otawara. That's pretty good, actually. And then I think we're just gonna Trickster the Guide. Okay. No reason to let it attack. Unless they play another creature. Then I might Trickster the other creature, so. Oh, that's gonna hurt their life total a lot, so. No, we're not going to attack here. It could be like Searing Blaze. Eidolon, that's actually fine. Drawing like Svyelun would be really good here. I'm not terribly enthused to see this card, but maybe, I mean, it could just be fine. We're pretty far ahead of them here, and I think we're winning this race. The thing is, it's going to cost us 6 life if we want to kill something with it. Okay, well, then Eidolon can go away. Do I have any reason to play Otawara here? Not really. Even if I draw like a Mutavault or something like, or I don't think there's anything I can possibly draw here that I would care about playing Otawara, because I think it's better to hold it. If I draw another island, like, there's a chance that I might need to bounce something. So, all right, let's see what we have on top here. All right, Svyelun is on top. All right, this is basically just costing us 2 life at this point because we are going to take damage from this either way. So, I'm more willing to spend what is effectively 2 life to kill a creature than to spend like, the 4 life on top of, yeah. It's all right. Now, like, if we're drawing Svyelun here, like, this is a really good draw. If they want to bolt a creature, they have to do it now. So, yeah, and they're on pain lands, and it's hurting them a lot. Sure, okay, that's fine. And they bolted a creature here, so it means that they're not bolting our face. And they're taking damage to bolt the creatures, which is great. And that means they also have less bolts for Svyelun. Oh, they just wasted 2 lightning bolts here. They have 2 cards left. Like, Svyelun is probably fine, because I can't imagine they have, like, 2 more bolts for this. There's Swift Spear. They have 2 cards. I'm kind of inclined to, like... No, I think what happens here, like, they could end up dealing me 5 this turn. I could kill off this Swift Spear plus trade with a card in their hand. The question is, do they might have like another bolt in their hand that they want to use on Svyelun here. Maybe that's fine though. It could also be a bluff. Like, they might be sitting on something like what is it? The other thing. The spectacle one. Okay, sure. They were just bluffing. They wanted to bluff having bolt. So look, we like read through it and we figured it out. That is beautiful. Like, there's like basically no way we're not winning this from here. They're on 1 card. They like have to lose a bunch of life to play their spells here. Like, they're proud, or like, yeah, any creature they attack with is just getting bounced by Harbinger. Like, it's hard to imagine us losing from here. Yeah, we just put in Harbinger and they're like dead. They conceded. They were like, no, we realize. So we attack them for 3, and then they, like, yeah, they don't really have any good way to come back from that. All right, cool. Now let's get rid of Dismember. we want Force of Negation. This is a rare scenario where like Mana Leak is actually really good in this match, so let's take that. Chalice is also pretty fine too. Mistcaller is terrible. We don't really want that. Chalice is not like the end all be all here, but also, explosives is also like surprisingly okay. But I think I would rather bring in Chalice. Wow, what do I not want? Take out a Harbinger. Like, I feel like we should be really good in this match. Yeah, we're gonna crush burn. We have everything we need. We just need to not have, like, terrible draws, that's all. We have, tons of good sideboard cards to bring in. And it's already a match that I think is, like, maybe slightly in our favor. So we have more creatures than they have removal. Oh, I should probably put the chat on here. There we go. Alright, they're trying to decide whether they want to play first or not, so guessing that means they walked away for a minute. Okay. This hand is great. We have Vial, we have counter spells here. Yep, they're gonna probably get their... Oh, they just get a mountain here. Okay, that's fine. Sure, I can't do anything about this, so... I'm probably going to get hit with it for a little bit until we can get this Vial into, because I want to be able to bounce it with a Harbinger. Oh, that was close. I almost clicked through that. Play the Oboro first, play the Aether Vial. And if they do something bad, like if they try to like smash our Vial, then I will force it. Eidolon? Okay. Sure. There's Svyelun. I could just play Harbinger and bounce this thing, but they'll probably just replay it. They'll have to take damage. They could like play this, bolt Harbinger. Might actually be okay with that exchange. The other option is I could just Trickster this thing this turn. That seems like that might be better. Where do I think Merfolk is better right now, Legacy or Modern? Probably Modern. Like this, I mean, it's hard to say. At this time last year, I might have said Legacy, but I think the statistics just bear it out that Merfolk is doing way better in Modern than it is. Like right now, everything in Legacy has to be either like Delver, Initiative, or a deck that's like fully set up to try to beat at least one of those two decks. So, I mean, a lot of the fish players right now in Legacy are just jamming the full 4 Dismembers and like Phantasmal Images just because of the Initiative deck, and it's... Sure, if you want to Lightning Bolt the Trickster, I think that's okay. The Swift Spear still gets tapped. And I haven't been playing a lot of Legacy lately because I just fucking despise the Initiative, and it is one of the worst things that's happened to the format, like, since I started playing it. Almost as bad as Oko, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm not hugely in love with what's happened here. This is fine. So I might want to hold up Mana Leak this turn. My plan will probably be to try to bounce the Swift Spear and then block the Eidolon. And if they try to bolt the Harbinger, I can just like mana leak like a spell for it. So okay, well that's also fine. They don't want to attack with that. That's cool with me. If they recast it, it's gonna hurt them. Bounce that. And I'm protected from them having like Searing Blaze right now with mana leak, so they do have 5 cards in hand. Okay, they're gonna go for a big spell here. 3. What do you got? Skewer the critics. Okay, well first take your damage. I think this is worth countering. I could tick Vial up for Svyelun here. Okay, so they did have a land. They'll probably just replay the Swift Spear, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Probably should just keep Vial on 2, though. No, fuck. Well, I drew the land, but, like, yeah, I wasn't going to be able to use it here, so. Which means I have a choice to make now. I guess that I'm just going to take the 2 off of this. They only have 2 cards left, so. I want to try to put them under pressure from their Eidolon. Like, I think we're still winning here. They're going to take 5. Sure. But I want to try to put this Svyelun in play, like, when they... Because they don't know that I have it. They just suspect that I do. Okay, well, that hurts them. I guess if I would have put it in play in my turn, it would tax them by 1. They're at 4 right now. So, and they have to deal with Svyelun still. They only have 2 cards. Like, it seems unlikely to me that they're going to be able to win here. Like, they have to be on defense at this point. Oh, well, this is good news. So the missing part of my pendant apparently was located. So if they attack, I think I have to block. Yeah. Not going to let them off the hook of this Eidolon here. They just conceded. There we go. We win the match. A murdered carrot is gifting a tier 1 sub to our community. We gave it to Lapcom. Oh, thank you very much for doing that. That is awesome. Yeah, like they had like they drew a bunch of cards. They're like, yeah, no, Merfolk is really good against burn in general because we have counter spells and tempo creatures. So Aether Vial plays around the Eidolons. It's not like they can't win. If they have like a bunch of Searing Blazes, that can get really hard. Sometimes we just don't have draws that line up against it. Like, you really don't want a handful of like 2 mana creatures when they're on like a bunch of Searing Blazes. So yeah, that's pretty slow. But if you have like, Vial and counter spells and creatures, like the good mix, our good hands are probably going to beat their good hands. Like sometimes they might have like double prowess creature into like, a bunch of removal spells. So that can, like, again, be brutal, but I think it's in our favor overall. So usually happy to see burn across the table. So, all right. All right, match 2. Let's go. We are on play. Excellent. Yeah, we got to keep this. I'm not hugely a fan of not having something to do on turn 1, but like these are the sort of hands that you sign up for with Merfolk. Like there are going to be a bunch of times when you just have to keep shit like this and deal with it. Island pass and just hope that it's fine enough. Oh, okay. Windswept Teeth is usually not a good sign for us. That usually means it's like Yawgmoth, I think. Plains? What the fuck is Plains here? Alright, is this like a Hammer Time deck or something? It looks like it has to be. Or maybe Affinity? Either way, I'm not hugely a fan of what's going on. But alright, Force is probably going to help us a lot. Sure. Lord of Atlantis. I wonder why they have Windswept Heath. Usually, like, if they were playing a fetch, I would have expected a different color one, but... absolutely fucking not. Let's not do that. Sadly, Svyelun, you're the one that has to go. This is definitely Hammer Time, and we are definitely not letting that be a thing. Unless they have Spell Pierce here. Okay, then sure. It looks like they're going to Spell Pierce this. They just have the nuts here. Okay. Alright, well, they're not going to play a hammer this turn, but they are probably going to play one next turn. I guess if they have 2 hammers, we're just sunk, so that's just the life we lead. If they have 1 hammer, we can survive a hit and then just use Harbinger to bounce the creature, but 2 hammers is going to be death. So oh, okay, well, maybe not. Now if they, yeah, I guess, yeah, now we're just, like, fucked. There's very little chance that we're coming back. They have Shadow Spear. Okay. Why put it on that? That doesn't seem like the... I'm definitely blocking that if you attack with it, so that doesn't seem where you want to be. Maybe they don't have a hammer. I feel like if they had one, they would have attacked. Okay, well... How do we do this here? If I play the Lord, I get to put them to 4. Then they might gain a bajillion life, but I can't do anything about it if they do. We have Island Walk, so they're not blocking. I don't know if attacking them for 6 is enough. I guess if they find a hammer, we're probably screwed no matter what, so... I guess the other problem is if they find, like, Prismatic Ending or something. In that case, does it matter? They gain, like, 12 life. Probably not. And the other problem is, like, they have Pure still here, so they can just, like, re-equip on the fly. Yeah, so bouncing it doesn't really help us a whole lot. I am thinking that I'm supposed to just play Harbinger as a 4/4 attack for 6. Hope that they don't have a hammer, and then maybe we can just kill that. We'll play Lord of Atlantis, and hopefully that's enough to kill them. Or I guess the other alternative is that if they have 1 removal spell, what's going to happen? They get rid of one of these, they'll be at 6. Or no, they'll be at like 8. Yeah. Because they could just attack and we have to block it anyway. So in that case, we have an out of like drawing another Lord. So I guess we're just playing Lord of Atlantis here. Alright, we just have to pray that they don't find Stoneforge Mystic or like a hammer. It's asking a lot. It really is. There's so many bad draws for us right now. Okay, well, so here's the thing. I feel like if they had a hammer, the correct thing to do would just be attack with the Ornithopter, right? If I don't block it, they gain if they gain 12 life off of this, they go up to 16. But then I could still draw another Lord and kill them. So I think the correct thing to do is just not block, because if it's just one hammer, then we're fine. They have nothing. Oh my god, they conceded. I have nothing. Oh, we played to that out, and we were like, okay, calling your bluff here. It's scary as hell. All right, well, we want the explosives here, and I think we want force. Now, this is not a Mistcaller match, and I am still adamant I don't think Svyelun is actually the card that we want for this matchup because it's really slow and they're really fast. Spreading Seas blowing up their Saga is going to matter a lot more. Mana Lake is like okay, but it's also kind of slow, so I'm not sure about that one either. Chalice also seems like it would be fine. Like if you can get it on, they have a lot of cards to get past it though. Like they can always find a hammer off of a Saga or a Stoneforge Mystic to put it in play. It turns off some. It's not nothing. So like if you have nothing better to like side in, this card's not useless. But I feel like this is probably as good as we're gonna get. I want to keep my curve nice and aggressive. I just Yeah, challenge. Like it's not that it's bad. It's that I don't think that like taking out more creatures or any of the other interaction is gonna be like these cards. I think are all better than Chalice. So the thing is like a lot of their turn. They're but by the time we play Chalice, like they can already sneak their 1-drops underneath it. Like and they go like Sigarda's Aid into Hammer before we can even get a Chalice out. So it's not terrible, but it's also not great. They mulled a 6. This is like a very mediocre hand if they have like a good 6, so I'm willing to mulligan once. I think this is better. Um, yeah, actually, I like this. They're gonna keep this. So the question is, I think we're supposed to just put a land in the bottom. I guess probably an island. I don't think that there's any harm because if we just draw more lands, then Otawara becomes better than an island. Okay. There is also a chance that I don't want to play the Tide Shaper right away. They might have Saga that I want to blow up with it. I don't know, that's difficult to say. Like, there's definitely some value in playing this in turn 1 just because they have like Hollowed Fountain. So, oh, fuck. All right, Esper Sentinel. Um, I think. Well, we have Force here. I really don't want to let them draw a card, but I don't think I have a choice. All right, I'm going to play the Tide Shaper here. And at some point, maybe I have to burn this Dismember and let them draw, but I don't want to do that just yet. Of course, they have it now. That is my life. But that's why we sided in Spreading Seas, so hopefully we have extras. There's Stoneforge Mystic. See, that we probably have to kill. Because they're going to get, like, Cauldron complete, so we can't let them have that nonsense. Unless they have, like, 8 or something in their hand. My guess is they're going to get Cauldron complete, and we need to... Yeah, they did. So we have to strand it in their hand by just dismembering the shit out of this thing. You know what? If they want to block, that's actually good for us. I don't think they're going to. And I don't think, if we don't attack, I don't think that they're going to attack either, so. Well, there's Nexus. That's also not great for us. The chip damage matters more to us than anything else does. We're definitely playing this. Killing off this stupid Urza Saga. Yep, they get to make a construct. But they're not getting a hammer, so that's at least a plus. No attacks, and we just pass. And then maybe next turn, like, we can bounce the construct if they attack with it. As long as nothing really... Like, if they play a hammer and aid, we have a force, so... that's actually something worth countering. Yeah, that's the card that, like, swings the race the most, so... I'm not doing that. Alright. Yep, I think we just take this and then we play Harbinger and bounce the token. Yep, they're just animating it to make it bigger. Sure. Maybe they don't have anything else good in their hand right now, so... Okay. I guess this could be a spell snare. Nope. Okay. I don't know what they're going to do with the planes here. Oh, they're going to give it hexproof, I guess. Sure. Okay, I mean, it's not ideal. I can still swing these Tide Shapers in. Like, the Esper Sentinel's not attacking me. And if I draw a land, like, I have a pretty decent attack to race them, so... As long as they don't, like, hammer me, then, like, I'm in a decent enough spot. Again, that's not ideal, but... Okay. I can live with this. They're going to animate the Ink Moth? Okay. You don't need to waste your white mana, dude. You just told me that you don't have another thing. Alright. We definitely play the Lord here and just attack. They don't really have good blocks at the moment. They're just going to end up taking 7 damage. And now they're, like, actually in the danger zone, so... They got to make something happen quickly or they're going to die. What do we got? I guess if we find another Tide Shaper or a Spreading Seas right now, we would just win. Here's Stoneforge. I guess this is probably going to find a hammer. Just to pump up the construct token. So yeah, we want Island Walk here. I don't know if attacking seems kind of dangerous for them, really. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense not to attack, so. All right. Island Walk. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, they're tapped out. These are gonna get bigger, and they have Island Walk then, so. You have a Solitude or some shit. No, they do not. Okay, there we go. We beat Hammer Time. Feels like it's been a while since we beat Hammers, but I really don't think the match is that bad. Like, it's scary because they do have a lot of like really quick wins. They're like sort of the new Infect, but we have tools that can like slow them down. So like, yeah, that worked out pretty well. Okay, so here we go. This hand looks like a keep. Opponent wished us good luck here. Yeah, we'll keep this. Probably leading. Well, I guess it depends on what happens here, but. Oh, this looks like. Oh, this is burn. Okay, so. Then we probably lead off on. Okay, well, they drew us the island here, so now it's pretty easy. We definitely lead off on island, so. Alright. This should be a good matchup for us. Like, it looks like we have a pretty okay hand to fight this. We can put out a Tide Shaper and then pump it with a Hexcatcher and. Okay, and we also have Trickster, which I think that's probably. Oh god, their hand is just full of creatures. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna have to like tap down the Swift Spear. Merfolk Trickster on top, so they know that we're gonna have that. So then next, so yeah, what do we got right now? Trickster plus Tide Shaper, and then next turn we have like a few options. They might have like bolts or something, but everything we can do here can be done at flash speed. Tapping down the Swift Spear is probably the safest bet. Boros Charm. Oh, that's rough. Well, the good news is they're tapped out now, so I guess yeah, that's if they attack with the guide, we can trade with one of them. So all right, it's not amazing, but there's so revealed island and then Svyelun is on top. Okay, so they have two cards. Like could be a little dangerous here. We need to get the Tide Shaper out so we can get this Hexcatcher online. Let's play Mutavault here. So now we have some pretty cool stuff that we can do. We have the option to, if they want to attack, we can like animate Mutavault and then block, and then, or we can like first Violin Trickster and then tap something down. Then if they still like attack, we animate Mutavault, block, and then after blocks we flash in Hexcatcher. So just have to play a little bit patiently with our life here. There's some chance that this Tide Shaper may need to block, so. Or if they just Boros Charm us again, that would be bad, so... There's a few ways this can go. Okay, Lava Spike is not great, but it's... I guess if they have exactly another Boros Charm, then we would die here. I think if they had it, they would have used it, though. And I don't think they're attacking with the guide. If they do, I will trade the Trickster with it. They have one card left, so the question is it another Boros Charm? Because if it's not, we're, like, sort of okay. They are attacking. That's interesting. Okay, so I think I need to leave this on 2. Because if I leave it on 2, I can then attempt to vial this in, and if they Boros Charm me, I can flash it in instead. And then we don't die here. And if they don't, then I still have I can just cast Svyelun. So they are gonna go for this. Okay, great. Which means our best bet is to vial this in and sacrifice, I think, the Tide Shaper. You would think they'd have killed us in response, but they were trying to, like, sniff out whether we had it. So they were trying to play some next level games with us. You have to be careful with these burn players. They're a sneaky lot. So yeah, you're never safe. Oh, well, we can't cast that, so all right. So we definitely need to cast Svyelun here. They have no cards in hand, so their attacks are not terribly great here. Because right now we have a Mutavault. Like, Svyelun is indestructible. Okay, so that doesn't actually... I think they actually do want to put us at 3. They don't. Okay. I actually think this would have been a really good spot for them to attack with both. Because at that point, I have to block with the Hexcatcher, or I'm dead to any bolt off of the top. So them not attacking there was actually kind of a blessing to us. No, I'm not going to take that up. However, here, it might be worth attacking with Svyelun here. And then maybe we just have to play another Svyelun. If... Alright, so we do need to keep up 2 blockers. If I can still play a land, like, I don't want to play this until I know I'm not drawing a Mutavault, so... My attack with Svyelun, I assume they won't block, and then we'll have to play another Svyelun, sacrifice this one. I think it's okay. That's actually not bad. They can only cast one spell, which means we're protected from one spell with Force. I guess if they play like a Goblin Guide, that's not ideal. But actually, yeah. So here we probably don't want to do anything. So if they like, okay, let's say they draw a bolt and they try to like bolt our face, I can force it. I can animate Mutavault and then block one of these, which will guarantee to kill it, and then I have Force up still. Okay, they drew a Sunbaked Canyon, so they do nothing here. That's great. We don't have to do anything with Svyelun. We are in a little bit of a different position, though, this time because of the Sunbaked Canyon. Because they could potentially draw a burn spell at any point right now. That is a fantastic draw. Okay. We have Trickster to, like, that means we don't have to worry about these for at least one combat. And we have a Force, so we're not dead to, like, one spell. Which means here... I could animate the Mutavault, actually, because then I can Vial, like, yeah, I still have this to Vial in, and then, like, they can't just kill this thing, so I can still block. So I get attack with these two. We got to whittle their health down before they like find some serious stuff. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna block. And I can still animate Mutavault to throw it away if I absolutely have to. Sure. They might draw like so we are in some danger of them trying to draw two burn spells to blow us out, but okay, well they drew a land here, so that's good. I don't think it actually matters for me to be at 1 right now. Like, do we just win? It's really close. Um, I think I'm actually supposed to just let this happen because any spell that they cast for like they could top deck Oboro's Charm and kill us, but we can still force any spell that like actually would threaten us here. So go to 1. So we have the Trickster here, and we can force them to have to block with the other Swift Spear. They can't attack with it, so we can force them to block. Yeah, all right, we got there. All right, cool. Same deal. We bring in Force, we bring in Mana Leak, and I think, yeah, we said Chalice. Mistcaller goes, Dismember goes. I think I took out one Harbinger last time. Harbinger's not, like, amazing versus this deck. It's okay. Now, I don't want to waste the Svyelun there because there is a chance that yeah, I feel like the in the situation we're in, like holding it back was a little bit better. Okay, well this hand is not very good at all. We have to mulligan this. We can't play anything, and even if we could, like, these are all not terribly useful against burn. They kept 7 cards, that's not a good sign. This is actually a little better, because we do have some Hexcatchers and Chalices. I'm going to get rid of, I think... Actually, I'm going to get rid of Lord of Atlantis. There's a better chance that I might end up casting Svyelun at some point. If I can get this Chalice down and they don't have removal for it, like that could be enough to, if they're, depending on what their hand looks like, so. Okay, Goblin Guide, yeah. Svyelun is just really good because it, like, they don't have one thing that gets rid of it, so. Okay. Alright, that's a fantastic draw. Okay, great. Yeah, we just lead off with Island and pass. Okay, it's not ideal, but Lava Spike. Well, the prowess trigger is going to happen no matter what. They have 3 cards left in their hand. It might be better to hold the force. I don't see any glaring need to use it right now. I'd rather hit like a Boros Charm or like a 2-drop or something. Oh, fuck. Well, I still have to play the Chalice. Like, I don't really have an alternative to this. I think, yeah, if I'm playing, like, there's a chance I might want to keep that, so. Okay. And then next turn, we're going to play Svyelun and hope that's enough. But I think that this turn I have to force anything that deals with this thing, so. Skull Crack. That is worth forcing. I have to keep my life total high. Yeah, we're going to 7 here, but we're going to hopefully brick wall them with this Svyelun. Force of Negation on top is very good. They didn't try to smash Chalice immediately, so that's a great sign. And now their attacks are kind of rough, because no matter what they attack here, like, Svyelun is probably going to just be fine. And everything I want to do, I can do at, like, instant speed, so. They play a land. Oh, they're hurting themselves a lot for casting these spells, too. Interesting. Okay. What do we have on top? Lord of Atlantis. How do I want to block here? If they cast 2 spells, then I can force one. I will stay alive, but this won't die. I think I need one of their creatures to die right now, so I am going to block the Goblin Guide, and then... you know what? That's if they have 2 spells, then you know what? It might... No, we're dead anyway, so... Searing Blaze. Okay, well, we have to force it. Okay, so yeah, they can cast like a lightning bolt here, but it won't be enough. Because it'll get countered by Chalice, so... Sure. Yeah, they just cast Path just to get the prowess trigger, so we go to 4. So we are technically dead if they top deck Boros Charm again. Alright, I can either play the Lord of Atlantis, or I can, like, I could attack with Mutavault here. Attacking with Svyelun doesn't seem very smart. They have 1 card left, and they're probably going to try to draw more. I don't know, maybe it's okay. They're just, it's possible that, like, I might have to throw Lord of Atlantis away as a block. All right, you know what? I'm willing to take that risk. Because I am at 4. They're going to... I want to put pressure on them as much as possible. This will draw us a card, so maybe we draw a land off of this, and then it's not as bad. That's actually great. That is one of the best things we could have drew here. No. I was fine with having to throw Lord of Atlantis away as a chump blocker, but the upside of attacking with Svyelun and drawing like a counter spell, a land, so we could play Lord, and we could have Lord and Mutavault here, or finding Harbinger here, like to bounce with the Chalice, was just too high. And now we're in a much better position. So now they need to find Boros Charm, or like we're just gonna kill them, because we're threatening a lot. They're drawing a card, then that's bad for them. Because now, like, they're basically just dead. Nope, they gave up. Alright, good games, opponent. There we go. We got there. We're doing really well this league, actually. We put the screws to burn twice, so I mean that's just favorable pairing, I think. But yeah, it also hurt them a lot to just be stuck on all of like the Horizon lands. It's one of the reasons I don't like playing with them in my deck, because like I don't want to give my opponent any life points from my mana base if I don't have to. We are in the play, so yeah, this this hand's fine. Oh my god, I feel like I'm losing my voice and I have no idea why. I feel fine, but I don't sound fine. I hate to do it, but I probably need to lead off on Cavern. I could lead off, like, I have to play the Cavern of Souls, unfortunately. They're going to get to know what the deal is, but, like, if I go Otawara into Vial, they probably know anyway, and there's always that chance that you just draw, like, 3 islands in a row, and then Otawara becomes worth more as an actual, as a bounce spell, so that's why we keep it. So, yeah, we went burn, hammer time, burn, Joe. Alright, yeah, it's kind of hard to say what's going on here. Arid Mesa does not really tell me a whole lot. I feel like I'm supposed to just play Harbinger of the Tides and just see what happens. They might use a removal spell on this. That's why we play 4, so it doesn't feel as bad when we use them. I mean, this could be burn again. Arid Mesa is usually good for us. Oh god, no, it's fucking Rakdos, isn't it? Dredge? Oh god, no. No, not like this. We're up against Dredge. It has to be. Okay. Fuck, we gave them a target for their stupid Dark Blast. Alright, well, whatever. We can't... This is just how this match is. Alright. What do they find here? Doesn't look like they found a whole lot just yet. We have to kill them immediately. Okay, definitely want Mutavault because we're going to likely attack with it if we get the chance. So, right now, they have Dark Blast in their hand, so they'll probably do this on the upkeep, and they'll Dark Blast our creature. So they have they have Golgari Thug, they'll dredge that. They have Gaze to try to set that up too. They might maybe upkeep Gaze and then Thug. Yeah, we're definitely just playing Svyelun here. And then, like, end step, just play Harbinger of the Tides. Because if they, like, put a zombie into play, Harbinger can just bounce it, so. I don't think the double Dark Blast is something we have to be concerned with right now. Zopmore, oh my god, we have Glistener Elf here, too. Alright, well, they did find a zombie, so there's Prized Amalgam, which Harbinger will just likely bounce at the end step. They're going to 12. Okay, well, we might have a chance here. I don't know, we'll see. Conflagurate, okay, for 0. Alright, that makes sense. Are they going to, like, flashback it and... Oh, fuck. Was I supposed to, like... No! No, wait, they have to target Svyelun with this, right? If they try to target Harbinger of the Tide, it's gonna fuck them. Okay. Yeah, they dumped their entire hand to get rid of Svyelun. Okay. So, that's here. I think it's not impossible for us to still win. Oh, wait, why did I... Oh, fuck, that's right. I could have just, like, protected Svyelun from that. I was, like, thinking about the zombie, and I wanted to be able to bounce it, but I totally could have just protected Svyelun. Well, that's a little bit of a miss. Alright. How's this gonna go here? Well, there's a Creeping Chill here. I can deal 6 to them, so... Yeah, I definitely should have saved Sif Svyelun. I totally forgot about it. Alright, I'm going to kill the Narcomoeba and just attack them for 6 and pray that they don't punish me for my insolence. Okay. That was a blunder. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. What do they do here? Golgari Thug? They're casting Golgari Thug. Okay, they're desperate. Okay, so we have a lot of ways to win here off the top. A Lord would do it. Trickster would do it. A Dismember would do it. Okay, that's good enough, I think. Okay. Look, never punished. Okay, excellent. All right, we got totally like lucky that our asses got bailed out on that. Yeah, we just want Force and Mana Leak, I guess, and Dismember is probably not very good against this deck. It just turned out like that it worked that time, but yeah, take out Dismember. Mistcaller is actually pretty cool here. It does relevant things. Yeah, C's on the play, maybe. That's possible. Harbinger's probably a little bit better in the draw. I think overall, like, we don't have graveyard hate, but I guess for, well, Mistcaller sort of counts, but we do what we gotta do, I guess. You really, okay, what do you want to take out for Subtlety? Because I feel like by the time they get to the Ox, like, we're probably already screwed. Or, yeah, well, so if you want Subtlety, what are we taking out for Subtlety? You want to take out Trickster? I guess that's fair. Yeah, we can do that. Sure. I mean, that's fine. I don't think that there's a huge world of difference between these, but I get it's close enough. Trickster will sometimes sneak you damage past like a Narcomoeba or something, but it's more just having like things to do on their turn to play around like sorcery speed stuff. Well, we have to mulligan this, sadly. Oh god, this is getting worse. Um, nope, we're going to 5. Okay, I guess we keep this. Get rid of Svyelun, and I think we get rid of Tideshaper, because I feel like Mistcaller is slightly better. Assuming they don't have Dark Blast again, but what are you going to do? Alright. Alright, look, we might just curve right up into Svyelun and hope maybe that's going to be okay. Again, we're just kind of hoping that they don't have Dark Blast. Okay, well that doesn't look like it. This looks like Otherworldly Gaze, so they're just going to try to find a Dredger to put in their graveyard right now. Well, they found Dark Blast, so that's not great. Okay. They didn't dredge it, though. No, they did. They just found a second one, that's all. I guess it's sort of good that they didn't cast, like, Cathartic Reunion this turn. Definitely just holding up Hexcatcher and hoping that they don't have, like, another land and they're just going to try to cast, like, a Reunion or something. There's Narcomoeba. Ugh. Yep. Yeah, we're not letting that happen. This is why I kept a Svyelun, because now we're like basically out of cards, and we're gonna need it to help us a little bit. This was not a really great hand, but we're doing what we can with it. Okay. Alright. It's probably just attacking in the air, I assume. No, they go with both. Oh, why is that? Oh, because they have Dark Blast still, right? Okay. They're right. Do they? Yeah, they just dredged one back. Okay, so they're okay. There's still two in the graveyard, so well, no, we're not gonna block that. I don't want to let them just kill my Svyelun here. I would like to protect it with Mana Leak at least once. What's going on? They might just Cathartic again. Oh, it's the Ox. Alright, well. Yeah, that's bad. They brought in Portable Hole. That's interesting. Okay. But yeah, it does not look like we're winning this. It's a bad matchup when you don't have Graveyard Hate, so... And I did not bring Graveyard Hate for this. Like, here, this is like an unwinnable board state. Like, yeah, we cannot defeat that. We stole game one just barely, but... Yeah, it's a little rough because we don't have, like, relics in the sideboard here, so... It, yeah, that's... But the other thing is, like, if you know dredge is something that you need to be worried about, you can just stuff a bunch of like relics in the sideboard or something, and you'll do pretty good. You'll do fine against it. Um, this is the match that like Nikachu decided he was just gonna try to dodge during his top eight, and I think he actually ended up. Did he? I don't know. I don't remember if he beat it or not, but like, still made it a game. So come on. I really want to keep that, but I can't. All right, this is better. Keep this, and I don't like the fact. I guess I'm getting rid of Subtlety because I don't think that I'm gonna have the cards to like get rid. Yeah, I need the creatures in play. They're on a mold of 6. Maybe this will be okay. Tide Shaper could potentially help us by color screwing them, but they have Gemstone Caverns. That is really bad for us. Means that they can like turn 1 reunion, and I can't do anything about it. Or Thrill of Discovery. No, okay, reunion. All right, well, this is terrible. Like, they mold into a pretty good hand here. All right, how good are their dredges right now? They put a lot of reasonably good stuff here. And Ox definitely looks like it's on the way. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, we have to. Like, I think I have to turn off the Gemstone Caverns. This one cost them life to use, so... Because otherwise they are just going to Ox next turn because they have enough cards in their graveyard, so... I mean... We're just praying that they can't screw us here. Like, flashback gaze, so there's worse things that could have happened, for sure. There's City of Brass. Okay, well, they have it ready for next turn, so we need something. They found their third land, sadly. That doesn't do it either. Oh, God. All right. I, I guess I just play, like, both Hexcatchers and... God, there's so many ways this goes bad for us. Oh, they still have Dark Blast in their hand, don't they? Alright, I'm going to keep this other one back right now, just in case they try to get cute here. Yeah, this is why we were sequencing that. Yeah, sequencing like this. I guess we need, like, Lord of Atlantis to save us. The Ox is gonna hurt. And it is coming. I love how it says, you can't, like, see it here, but hold on, can I change this so you can look at this quickly? They milled Lord Magicus. I am now in their graveyard, apparently. There's the Ox. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I see Creeping Chill in there. Another Prized Amalgam. Yeah, there's another one triggered. I guess I need Island Walk Lord. That's like the only way we're getting through this. Okay, well, that's an Island Walk Lord, so fuck, alright, maybe we're okay. I have Island Walk right now, so I guess I should use it. Alright, well, we played to our outs here, and so far it looks like that we have a chance. I don't think this is enough, like... I don't know what they're doing. I feel like with Force of Negation in my hand, I'm probably okay. They can play like one spell and I can force it, hopefully. So how much is this? This is 11. I could block one of these, but I think that what happens? They Dark Blast and... Alright, I'm just trying to think here. So they're right now they're attacking me for 11 damage. If I go to 3, is there any possibility I have to worry about them dealing 3 damage to me? I don't think so. Or because I don't want to put the shields down with force here. Yeah, they do have Dark Blast. I think I'm supposed to just take this. I don't feel like they have anything that I need to be super concerned about here. Surveil 3. I think I have to force this, right? Because this can put a Creeping Chill into the graveyard. Okay, Silver Smoke Ghoul is not going to do it. They are, at the moment, dead. Stolen against Dredge without the graveyard hate. Oh my god. That was tight. We had to really play carefully there in order to navigate that. All right, well, we're 4-0 right now in this league, so far so good. Okay, we're going for the 5-0. Where's Contra? Come on. Contra, I need you here for this. All right. Good league so far. All right. That was it's a tough match. Like the percent that we have against Dredge with no graveyard hate is definitely not great. So that's right. We got Drek here and Bishark, casual GC. Yeah, we got like the whole gang here. Oh god, we have 24 people watching. That's great. Okay. This isn't like an amazing hand, but I think I do keep this. So, all right. Island Vial pass. Okay, cool. Let's see. Blackcleave Cliffs. Oh my god, this is scam, isn't it? I can tell this has to be fucking scam. I can feel it in my bones. They took out Tide Shaper, okay. Alright. Right. I guess it could be Death Shadow. I haven't played against that in a while. Alright, well, we don't really have a choice here. We just pass with this Trickster up. I don't really want to play Vial on this turn. I want to wait to see what's going to happen here. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I guess I just Trickster this thing. They're tapped out. Like, it means I get in some damage for free. I have another Trickster on the way, so... Alright, get in our dinks while we can. I could actually, like, block this Voidwalker. Well, I don't know. I don't feel like the odds of that happening are very high. I feel like I'm supposed to just Trickster it again. Or I don't know, like... Maybe I let it hit me, and then I just do this at the end of turn. I don't know. It's like, there's also the possibility that they just Fury my board, and then I am really screwed. But I think if they have Fury, I'm kind of screwed no matter what. Hmm. Yeah. They have 6 cards. I mean, they might just use a bajillion removal spells on my creatures anyway. Alright, I'm gonna Trickster it. I don't feel like I'm in a terribly strong position right now. And I'm just kind of hoping that my opponent is not either. Season Pyro. Okay, well, that's the thing. We discarded a Voidwalker and a Blood Crypt. Alright, that could have been worse. So we tick this one up and we leave the other one on 2. That's good. Alright, well, they're tapped out again, so this is a great opportunity to just attack with everything and put a Lord in play. Alright. I mean, if the top of our deck is kind to us, then maybe we can fight here. They still have 5 cards. That's gotta not be good for us. They might have Fury, and yeah, it's not going to be great for us if and when that's the thing. But I'm doing what we can, so see how this goes. All right, there's Marsh Flats. You love that chat's a bunch of names you recognize from the Fish Discord. Yeah, well, that's why you should come and hang out in the Fish Discord with us. Everybody who's watching who isn't there with us now. This is like the real crew. Like, you want to know about Merfolk, like, chat right now. Like, it is a collection of everybody who knows, like, the deets on Fish. We got all of the heavy hitters here. All right, Marsh Flats. Okay, what are we doing? Like, there are so many people here who have, like, 5-0'd leagues and, like, put up challenge results in this chat right now. It is insane. Three. Okay, I don't know. What are we doing? This could be Liliana, I guess. Is that what's happening? I don't know. Colligan's command. Oh, they're blowing up my Aether Vial. You know what? I don't really care about Vial. That feels like a waste. You should have... I feel like you should have brought back Seasoned Pyromancer with this, but... Killing off this Lord of Atlantis, like, I guess that's okay, but the Vial was not relevant to me at all. You just play a Ragavan? Alright. This would be a really good turn to draw another Lord. So it goes. They're down to 2 cards right now, so unless it's like Land Fury, like, okay, they really want that Mutavault dead. Honestly, we're gonna kill both of these anyway, so it's probably yeah, they definitely should have. Well, I guess they should have attacked with Voidwalker. I don't know why they didn't. It seems like a miss. I don't need to play the Lord to kill off both of these things. I think I'm okay with this. We're not gonna play the Master. It's not worth it for 2 damage. My guess is their plan is to play land and then flash or the exile this to make 2 blockers for these things. Yeah, that's the only thing I can imagine. Like, and if they play Fury here, like, now we have Master to help protect us, because their plan might just be to play like land and hardcast Fury and then try to get us that way. But as it stands right now, like, they got to do something because this is not sustainable for them. They need to play like land at least to have a chance here. So, okay. Yeah, they are. Are they going to attack now? No, they're not. Interesting. They didn't even play the land. Okay, well, they obviously don't have Fury. So I think that... Okay. What if they have, like, Colligan's command, make me discard a card? They could be sitting on another K command. They have a Tide Shaper under this right now. So they could play a Tide Shaper. Yeah, I don't think that I want to play the Master at the moment. Okay, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. All right. So what do I want to do here? I think we just attack. This will be a 2/2, but then I put a Master in play. They still have 3 cards, though. They might blow this up. I am assuming they're going to throw away the Dothy Voidwalker, right? Because I think this has a... Does it? Or did this might have died before they played this, right? No, it's not in exile. Okay, no, the card they have here, they have a Lord of Atlantis. That's right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. They can play either Aether Vial or Lord of Atlantis. Yeah, so that's fine. Then we're not in any... Yeah, we just attack. That's fine. Put them to 1. Alright, what are we doing here? Terminate? Okay, I can't... Sure, terminate's fine. Yeah, no, I was looking at my graveyard, not exile. Yeah, Lord of Atlantis is not scary at all. But now they have a Trickster here. They might consider throwing this away to get Trickster. And I think that's what they're debating. Like, do they use Trickster to tap this thing down right now? Hmm. Okay, so I don't think I can do anything about this. They're gonna sacrifice this. Did they not choose something? Oh, they can play it this turn. Okay. Wait, don't they have to tell me what card they choose? I don't. I definitely can. I guess I should just attack here and then... It says they have to choose a... They don't have to play it now, but they have to choose a card, so why don't they have to tell me what card they choose? Alright, yeah, I guess we're doing this. Okay, no, they're not gonna let me attack. Neat. No, I don't see it in the chat anywhere. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem to tell me what card they chose. Yeah, it shows me that they cast it now. But they're gonna do this. Okay, here. So you guys can see what I'm looking at. I don't see what card it is that they actually chose for this ability. So I have a few options here. Yes. Yeah, well, I obviously can't attack here, so I could bounce this thing. They could replay it, but it doesn't matter if they do. I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is, like, if they attack with Trickster, I want a Harbinger Trickster back to my hand. I'm just worried that I don't want to expose myself to Fury yet either. I think I'm gonna just pass here. I will use the Harbinger on their turn. I want to try to bounce the Trickster back so I can, like, play Harbinger and Trickster this turn. It's my plan. They are gonna play a Seasoned Pyro. Okay. So they discarded a Feign Death and a Dothy Voidwalker. Or no, they only discarded Dothy Voidwalk because they only had one card left. Okay. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. Do it. Okay. Well, they have 2 cards in hand. So I think here is where we just use Harbinger to bounce this thing. I will take that. Thank you. Yes, it is theoretically if they don't have removal. But I'm forcing them to have exactly, like, Fatal Push right now. So if they don't have exactly Fatal Push, I think they're dead. Oh yeah, no, we're absolutely just putting the fucking bones to them right now. That's how this is going. Um, yeah, I guess this is just what's happening here. All right, die. Do you have Fatal Push? They do not have the Fatal Push. Okay. Oh my god. All right, we got through game 1 of this with no elementals, so we're playing for our 5-0. Oh god. All right, guys, you got to help me here. I have no idea how the fuck we're supposed to sideboard against this. I feel like we need subtlety for this. But outside of that, I am really not sure what to do. Chat, what is your expert sage advice for this matchup? I don't have a huge amount of experience. I'm thinking that Force of Negation comes out, but then, like, I don't know what else. Spreading Seas. Okay, so we're looking at maybe some Seas. Mana Leak. Okay, that's possible here. We, like, we're obviously... Dismember has to stay here because of Ragavan. So, I don't, like, most of these cards look like they're pretty good. I don't know. Maybe Hexcatcher's not, like, that great. Trim Vials? You want to, like, take out 2 Vials, or... You want to take out, like, all of... We have to take out 6 cards if we want all of these things. They do have, like, Colligan's Command, so, like, I'm not totally against this idea. I feel like Mistcaller actually is not terrible here because it does counter the Feign Death. The only thing that I'm not comfortable... Like, I don't like the idea that we don't have anything to do in turn 1 without Vial. But alright, so let's say that we're looking at cutting Vial. We still have to, like, take out 2 more cards if that's the case. So, like, if we take out the Vials and just hope that we don't need them, we have to take out 2 more things. So either we bring in 2 stuff, 2 Hexcatchers. I think that Hexcatcher is not, like, super amazing in this match. I agree with that. So we can go take out these 6, and we feel comfortable with this 60. Or you want all the Hexcatchers and leave in 2 Vials. An evoked creature can be hit with a mana leak, yes. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want to, like, take out all of the Vials, because leaving mana leak up is actually kind of helpful. Well, Shapers are basically just spreading seas, so do you want to, like, take in actual spreading seas over Shaper? Okay. Alright, I guess then we're doing it like this. Okay, cool. We got it. Hard draw on seas is important. I guess I accept that. This hand looks like it's pretty fine. We got a curve here, and we got mana to pay for it, so I guess we're keeping this. They might, like, Thought Seize us or Ragavan us, but, like, either way, we have to keep this. It's just not optional. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong, but... Oh, they don't have Ragavan? That's good. Excellent. Did opponent mulligan? They kept 7 cards, so they did not mulligan. I feel like it's scam. Like, they have the Feigned Death, but they didn't use it, so... I guess I'm supposed to just run out Mistcaller here, because I need to, like, keep on curve, so... Trickster is kind of nice. I don't really feel like they want to have to waste a Lightning Bolt in this Mistcaller. If they dash Ragavan, I'm probably just trading with that too, so. I mean, yeah, it looks like we're doing okay here. They're going to bolt this thing. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I think if they had Ragavan, they would have played it in turn 1, so I agree with that assessment. Alright, what are we thinking about for turn 2? Like, do we just run out the Lord of Atlantis, or do we want to play, like, Harbinger first? Because I think maybe Harbinger first is the way to go. Seems like the least useful thing. Unless, if they dash Ragavan here, then, okay. So if they dash Ragavan, I'm inclined to just hold back Trickster for when they try this trick again next turn. They had it the whole time. Alright, they exiled an island. Alright, useless. Alright, so I guess, yeah, we're just playing Trickster. Oh, we have Dismember. Okay, never mind. No, I'm still going to Trickster it, though, if they have it, so. Because I don't want them to, like, feign Death Ragavan in response. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, well. What are we discarding? They discarded Fable and Ragavan. Okay, that's good. I feel like I'm supposed to dismember this thing while they can't reanimate it. It's a little weird on the curve, but they're tapped out, so they can't protect it if I kill this. That's like one of the, I don't know. Do we save Dismember, or I could cast Trickster and then just follow it up with Svyelun and hope that's fine. Or Lord plus Dismember, and then, yeah, Lord plus Dismember feels like that's probably better. Okay. Alright, we'll Trickster down Season Pyro. They did get rid of the Ragavan, so there's a little less pressure right now. Unless they have multiples of these, then that could be why. But if they used their treasure token, and I don't think they played another land, right? Okay, play Oboro. Play Lord. So I guess if they're dashing Ragavan, then Dismember should be good. Or if they try to go for Fury, yeah, that's also a thing. All right, we'll see. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they didn't play a land, so we know they're light on mana. So there's a few ways this can go here. Which I'm surprised they dumped Fable. Like that seems like that's where they want to be. No attacks. Okay, they're not doing anything. All right, cool. Well, if they're not doing anything, neither am I. Then I think that I'm just all right. Well, they're probably holding up Terminate, is my guess. We have a few options. I'm definitely playing this Otawara now. So the question, I could play Svyelun here. They would have to kill off my Lord of Atlantis. And I think that's where we want to be. This looks like they're just passing with Terminate in hand. I can't fathom like how they would just, yeah, or Bolt, sure, that's fine. They have to do it here, so. I don't really feel the need to attack into this at the moment, so. Alright, see what they got for this turn. And then maybe we're at a point then where we can attack with and hold up like Subtlety. Svyelun can just get in damage. Oh, this looks like they have another bolt in hand. They have to, right? There is no way they would attack with this Seasoned Pyromancer into Svyelun if they didn't have another lightning bolt. Which means if they go for it next turn, I can flash in Harbinger. Or they could try to reanimate it too. Which I'm just not going to block it. I don't think that taking 2 damage is not a big deal. Maybe their hand is just really poor. There's Ragavan. Okay. It does look like they're holding a Feigned Death. Oh, that's actually pretty good here. Okay. I don't think I want to bounce this thing, actually. I'm pretty sure I just want to play Harbinger and attack with an indestructible Svyelun. And now I hold up Mana Leak, and it seems like that's fine. The question is, do I want to play the Harbinger to make this indestructible first or not? Because they could try to block with all 4 things. They have 5 cards still. You just want to send in Svyelun? You want to bounce Pyromancer. I feel... Yeah, they don't have the mana to recast it either, so there is that. Now, I feel like if we attack with Svyelun here, they are probably going to block with all 4 of these things and try to kill Svyelun. If they do, I could flash in Harbinger. That's definitely an option. And then everything dies. This might make them inclined to throw away their tokens. Okay, well, Hexcatcher is a fantastic draw here. No blocks. Okay, interesting. All right, let's bounce this. That attack went better for us than I had expected it to. We have Mana Leak and Hexcatcher up at the moment. They don't have Fatal Push, so that's good. And if they try to play Seasoned Pyro, I will just Mana Leak it. So this looks promising. I feel like we're in really good shape right now. They are evoking a Grief, which I am absolutely inclined to just Mana Leak the fuck out of this. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. They exiled a Feigned Death. Alright, so for 2 mana, they're playing Engineered Explosives on 2. That's a little... that kind of sucks. But they can't use it this turn, so... I guess this just makes it a free attack for us. And we start hard casting Subtleties. Yeah, no, this is still fine, I think. Like, why would you block that with Ragavan? Like, that seems so silly. It's gonna die to the explosives anyway. I have no incentive to, like... Okay, yeah, throw the elementals away. That's fine. I think I'm supposed to... They're tapped out here. I think I just dismember Ragavan and hold up another Mana Leak. Yeah. Alright. Like, they have to waste their whole turn using explosives if they want to do something, so... I feel like we're in really good position here. No matter what they do, like, I have an answer. Okay, they're going for Season Pyro, which I am going to Mana Leak. They gave up. All right, we got it. Mana Leak did it. We got our fucking 5-0 with this deck. We could have gone Subtlety, pitch Subtlety there, but I wanted to hold it back because it looked like they were really desperately trying to like set up for a turn where they could go for like Fury and Reanimate or something. And I would much, if they're tapping out, I want to use the Mana Leak before they get to the point where they, yeah, if they're tapped out, they can't Fury and then like still Reanimate. So the Subtlety is much better to hold up for that. So there we go. That was a very, very clean league. This list looked very strong here. Yeah, I think we used you know, the only no, we did side in all the cards, so that's a good sign, right? So we played against Burn, Hammer, Burn. Fuck, what was the fourth one that we? Scam was the last, or yeah, Scam was the last one. What was number 4? Oh yeah, hold on, I'll move this so you can see it. There we go. That's our sideboard. Guys, help me out. Dredge. Yeah, we beat Dredge. Oh my god, I can't believe we actually beat Dredge. This looked fit. This is like exactly how I envisioned like this deck going. So the Mana Leak is definitely one of the counter spells I was thinking about for that flex slot, and I, you know, after playing it there, I really like it. I do think that's what I'm gonna go with because we can bring it in against like almost any of our, you know, matches, like against Creativity, against like the Elementals deck, against Scam, like 4-color, like it does relevant things against all of them. And like it was really helpful against the Burn deck, obviously. So that was pretty good. I really enjoyed this. I know we didn't get to use the explosives against the Hammer deck, but I really enjoyed having it in my deck to like as an out. Um, I do think that if we want a card that we can bring in against Hammer Time, this is a very, very strong one. Like their only good answer to this is like they have to have blacksmith skill at the exact time that you like blow this up. So, and a lot of times they're going to be tapped out when you play it, and then you just crack it while they're tapped out and resets the board so that you're not dying to them, which is great. Yeah. Otherwise, like, you know, I think that this looked very clean to me. It was very nice. I enjoyed playing with all of these cards. So I am personally a fan of only playing 3 Mutavaults because I don't like getting mana screwed by this thing. And even with 3, it still happens sometimes. I have very I have like PTSD with Mutavault and brown mana just leaving me unable to cast cards. But I know a lot of people like the 4th one. I don't think it's wrong to run the 4th one. I just am not personally in that camp. That's all. I know them, Joe. You're like all for Merfolk. It hurts me more than you realize because I have like these stupid full art champs mutas that I can't like play all 4 copies of because of this. It's like I really want to play the 4th one probably more than like any other card in the 75, and I just can't bring myself to do it. So I know you believe in it, but too many times I've gotten punished by it. But I will say, if we're gonna lean on cards like Mana Leak, though, that's definitely where we need to be if we're playing like 8 brown lands in the deck. Yeah, we don't want like counterspell. As great as counterspell would be, doing exactly what we want, the mana base can't support it. However, Mana Leak is the closest thing. I do think Mistcaller was worth it. There were at least 2 matches we played where it was relevant. Um, it's going to be a lot worse when you go up against stuff like Ren and 6 decks, but at the same time, like, it's good against Yawgmoth, it's good against Creativity, it's good against the Scam deck, and obviously it's relevant against Dredge, even though we didn't really we played it and they forced them to Dark Blast it, but it's a 2 of, and I think that I like the what is it? It's the Rishadan Dockhand is probably better overall. However, I do think that the Mistcaller is like more uneven in where it's good and where it's bad. So it's sort of gambling a little bit, but I like that it's filling some of the matches where we might struggle a little bit more, whereas Dockhand is going to be more medium. I want cards that are more swingy in bad matchups. So I don't like whatever one drop you're gonna play. It doesn't matter to me. Like you can play anything in this slot, but you should be playing at least 6 1-drops here. So that much I agree. I don't think there's a world of difference between Mistcaller and like Dockhand, but I think that this is like the higher variance card that's gonna be more impactful when it does matter, but it's also gonna be a lot worse when it doesn't. So whereas, yeah, Dockhand having natural island walk, like against Hammer Time, like it does interact with Saga and it does have island walk when they're playing like Spell Pierces. So, like, even in a match where it's like the extra 1-drops are not very good, even then, like the Dockhand is still a little bit better. Whereas Mistcaller is like, it's going to be a lot better when, you're doing stuff like using it to counter a Court of Calling. So, I don't know. I feel like those are the matches we need more help with, so that's why I wanted to experiment with this card. I am very happy to play Harbinger of the Tides, and I am not missing Silvergill Adept whatsoever. I feel like Harbinger is just way more important to this deck. It is definitely helping shore up some of like the harder matches where we're going in against like Murktides and Hammer Time stuff. This is like a good card against like the top like two of the like the best 3 decks in the format. So yeah, we're definitely playing it, and I don't think it's even bad against Scam. I think it's okay there. Silvergill is also like fine against Scam, but this card over like, versus some of the top decks, I feel like it does a lot more work, and we need to be teched against them. So has the best art as well. Yeah. I am so what happens is I like own some of the cards in MTGO. But so like the Cavern of Souls and like the Forces, like I keep like the expensive cards, and then I just end up renting out like the other like $150 of cards that I don't have. So that way I can also then like use mana traders on like other weeks to play burn decks or other stuff, for instance. So the lords are really cheap. Yeah, like if you take out like the like the five, like let's say you take out the 10 most expensive cards in the 75, the rest of the deck is like less than $150. So it is really easy to borrow the rest of them if you own like the expensive cards. So there's that. I know that these are unmatched. You know what? I think that I got within like one card one time of having a not mismatched list, but Mana Traders just gives you whatever they have. So there's usually at least one playset of cards that is mismatched, and it is irritating as it is to me. That's how it is. So, but that is the sacrifice I make, so that way sometimes we can play other stuff. Like I said, I like to play Burn in here every once in a while. So we played like Tron, and I think we even played Infect once on the stream. But yeah, in order to be able to do that, like the concession is that I have to not keep like matched playsets of this stuff. So Oboro is supposed to be Manamo or intentional. I actually like playing the Oboro because I think that making double blue mana with Mutavault matters more. You could cut an island and play the Manamo if you want, but I don't think it matters a whole lot. So I do think, however, that I like the fact that Oboro has utility with Mutavault and fixing your mana, but I also think that if like we just played against Scam and they have Culligan's command, so obviously like being able to bounce Oboro back to your hand does matter by that. So I am intimidated by Mutavault's brown mana because I have gotten screwed by it so many times, and I just don't want to be screwed by it. I've definitely fixed my mana with Oboro more than twice in 10 years, so I haven't been playing a whole lot of Legacy lately, Techno. I honestly think that format is like a fucking dumpster fire because of initiative right now, and I'm not really interested in the dumpster fire. That doesn't mean that Merfolk is unplayable in Legacy. Like, I think Pixel Tamer's been playing a lot of Legacy fishes, and jamming Phantasmal Images and Dismembers in Legacy is probably the way to go to fight initiative, but it is just such a slog. Like, I just do not enjoy the gameplay of the initiative at all. It is so terrible. I mean, even in Vintage, initiative is doing its dumb shit, and it's just it's exactly like the Oko story again, where it's like, okay, well, it turns out like every format that you can play the cards in, it's just breaking those formats, and it's like, okay, well, maybe we should do something about it, but it's Wizards of the Coast, so whatever the most competent response to it is probably the one that they're least likely to do. So if banning it is a thing that makes the most amount of sense, and like banning what, let's say like Seasoned Dungeoneer and like Expressive Iteration, those would probably be two really good hits. Probably not what we're gonna see anytime in the near future. It'd be my guess. If I have the Oboro to fix the Mutavault, it may as well go up to. I mean, it's definitely you could do it, but again, like the other part of this equation is that I replaced 4 Silvergill Adepts with 4 Harbinger of the Tides, which means I'm a little bit heavier on double blue stuff than I would be otherwise. So the more Harbingers you play in your main deck, the more times where you're gonna get screwed by the Mutavault mana. So I am just trying to avoid that as much as possible. That's all. But there we go. Yeah, we had a nice clean 5-0 here. This was a great success, and I hope that this gets published. That'll be great. So I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna play Legacy in the near future, but it's not that we can't. It's just like I said, I don't think the gameplay aspect of Initiative makes Legacy really all that entertaining at the moment, and that's on top of the problem that we already have dealing with like Hamster Dad. That card, like Mince and Boo, is already a card that's become pretty popular that we have a difficult time dealing with, but now it's like deal with that and also deal with like the Initiative. So I don't know. I think there's more gains to be made in Modern right now anyway. Like if you look at the metagame, Merfolk was like on just barely like tier 1 if you're looking at paper stats for it, and like we were like cracking 3% online, which is like the highest we've been in a really long time. So the deck is real and it keeps putting up challenge results, and I keep seeing them on my spreadsheet, and I'm like, all right, well, so there's definitely a lot of power here, and Hexcatcher was a huge game changer, but I also think that the Merfolk community being willing to entertain the idea of cutting copies of Silvergill Adept has also a lot to do with it. Some people manage to play with them and do well, and some people just cut entirely the card and do well with it. But really, it's the ability for the community to, like, throw away Silvergill if they think that it will give them an edge, because there's no sacred cows in this list. Like, if anybody thinks that, for 1 second, it's like, okay, well, what if Harbinger is better than that? Nobody has like that fear of like, how could you possibly cut that card? No, there will be people that cut it and test it, and I think that's one of my favorite things about the Merfolk community. They're willing to test anything, and if there are results behind it, you will see support for that, and you'll see more people test and do stuff with it. So the ability for Fish to adapt to the metagames is probably its greatest strength. Is like, there's so many cards. Like, nobody's going to expect Merfolk to play fucking Engineered Explosives. Like, that is not a card that, like, somebody's going to think, oh, Merfolk, yeah, that's the card I should be expecting them to side in. Like, no. But we have, the ability to side in these kind of tacky cards for matches, like Hammers, where it's like, I want an edge versus it. So what cards can I think of that are going to help me give it to them? And the Fish players tend to be really innovative with that sort of stuff, and I think that's why we do so well. It's hard to really know exactly what you're going up against when you're going up a Fish player, because they could be playing like almost anything at this point. It's pretty incredible. All right, it is about that time though, so we gotta go. All right, let's see who else is like doing stuff. Do we have more Modern that's going on right now? uh let's see. I see Commander, I see Explorer, Vintage Cube. Oh my, that's not really what I want here. I don't know. Do you have it? Just what is chat thing? Yeah, Engineered Explosives is not even in the primer. No, you look at this card. This card basically reads 2 colorless, 1 blue, destroy all the 1-drops against Hammer. That's it. You know what? Okay, you did put it in the primer. See, like, look, you're on top of it. Like, your primer, that primer is like one of the, premier examples of exactly what I'm talking about, where everybody in the community comes together to like build this so that we can teach everyone how the deck works. So absolutely fantastic. I'm hugely proud of that. That everybody can, especially you, Joe. You put in so much work into that primer. It is ridiculously comprehensive. Uh, I love everything about that. So, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, he's playing Cube. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will just send you to watch Cube, because I don't know like what I don't see like a huge amount of. I'm looking through here because I is there like somebody playing modern here? Because if not, I'm gonna send you to somebody playing Cube. This is not really like an hour where there's a whole. Oh, you know what? Okay, I know we found. I think I found somebody. I don't know if I've ever rated this person before, but I guess we're gonna do it now. I like keeping people on the same stuff. Yeah, you know what? Oh God, he's playing like Tron. All right, whatever. It's fine. We're gonna go and support our fellow creators anyway, even if they're Tron players. Okay, so let's do that. Everybody, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, I would really, really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And I do read through all the comments, so yeah, it means a lot to me, and I don't ask for like a lot of money. I just ask for you to love me. That's it. Just the love. That's good enough. The video on demand comes up on the YouTube channel. Usually about a day or two after it's on Twitch. So definitely go and you can go and check it out there. Lord Magic is on YouTube as well. So yeah, but thank you everybody for being here. We had a really big crowd tonight, and I'm really happy about that. We usually don't get this many people, and it makes me happy to see so many of you show up. Okay. But yeah, like the next couple weeks are going to be crazy for me, so things are probably going to get moved around a whole lot. So I'm sorry if the schedule's going to be insane or if we have to like miss streams or something, but this is just the time of year for me where it's really hard for me at work. So, and it's especially hard because I'm like trying to finish a huge project right now, and it's a thing. But I love you all for being here. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next time. Take it easy, everybody.